Hello everyone and welcome. This is Cybercoder and welcome to my channel. If it's the first time you're watching a Cybercoder video, feel free to like and subscribe with bell notifications enabled so you don't miss another video. Now, as you know, if you're a follower of mine, it's been a very long time since I've last published, but I'm happy to announce some, I know if anyone cared, but if anyone cared, it'll be pretty sad news, but for some it might be a bit more happy news, and then I'll just do some information and what I have planned for the rest of the year to post. So first of all, the sad news for some, if they actually cared about my project, is that I've cancelled the development of Protect the Artifact. I'm no longer going to actively work on it, I'm not going to work on it anymore at all. So it was a fun project. I had fun working on it for 1 year, 2 years, I don't know, 1 year I believe. I had motivation sometimes, some month, and sometimes I didn't. But now it just felt like I needed to move on, and I moved on to another project. Now this might be gladdening for news for some people if they want to see development of some other games than Protect the Artifact. Basically I'll start working on this game. It's a survival game I'm planning to make it, and progress, as you can see, is coming along. I'm working on this random procedural terrain generation system that I'm following along Sebastian League's tutorial, linked to his channel down below. Very good tutorials. I suggest if you want to make a world like randomly spawning with seeds, like Minecraft terrain generation for example, I'd highly recommend using his tutorials. Anyways, as far as I've come, you can modify some of these values like noise scale, so you can see now it's just drawing on. Let's change the mesh, so you can change this noise scale, so you like zoom in and you get like a more detailed world, and you can zoom out and you get a more like big world. And then there's different modifiers for different stuff like octaves and persistence and lacunarity. I don't really know what any of these values mean, but they look cool. And then you can of course change the seed, and that changes the world up totally. And then you have like different offsets, so you can move to one side of the seed or to the other. Let's just leave that at 0, and then like height multiplier, so you can change how big your mountains are. So if we make this smaller, you can see the mountains decrease in size. They can actually make like big crater holes instead if you'd like, but I thought 12 was a good value, so I'm going to stick with that. And then this auto update just changes everything in real time in the editor. And then we have like these different terrains like deep water, water, sand, grass, grass to rock or like mountains, and then snow on top of the mountains. And you can change at what height level they appear. So if I'd like, for example, sand spreading even more on the land, I'd maybe change this to 0.5, and then I'd change this to like 45, and you see we get more sand, but I liked it how I had it, so we'll just change it back to that. And you see we can have small mountains and stuff. Yeah, and you can just play around with all these values, and I think that's really cool. And then like this system, so if we jump into play mode, you can see that this sort of gets grayed out, But if we take our viewer here and we move around, you can see that if we move slowly enough and don't like go around, we don't leave any floating islands. But you know, if we move, this represents our player. So yeah, if we move around with our player, you can see that it generates terrain for us procedurally. And as you can see, if we change to shaded wireframe, you can see that in this area it's like very detailed, and then if you go like more to this side, you can see that it's like really low quality. That's just, and you can see there's some gaps and stuff, but that don't line up. But we'll fix that at some point. But as you can see, this system's also very cool. We'll probably, or not will probably, it's because, or just to save on like your GPU and stuff. So yeah, that's also really cool. I'll just transform on the viewer, so now if we play, it should be like centered. If we move our viewer, yeah, as you can see. Yeah, I think that's very cool. The darker the area, the more detailed it is. Now, you know, we're moving this player really fast, so if some terrain gets left over, it's because it don't have time to render away. So yeah, if you'd be like the actual player moving, you'd go like this slow or something even slower. So yeah, you know, totally working system, I'd say. Yeah, I believe there's nothing else to cover in this project so far, but I hope that this will be a long-term project, a few years, and I hope it'll turn out really cool. Yeah, a few years ago I bought some survival pack assets that I thought I could use, but apparently not. I was too shit at programming at that time. But now I feel a bit more competent, and yeah, I hope this project actually comes to what I believe it'll be. Now it will also have a story, but I haven't planned it out really yet, but I have some ideas in my head. Anyways, next up, so I have this course. I mentioned it before and I'm going to mention it again. It's Jason Wyman's course. It's a really good course both for beginners and advanced programmers. Yeah, I'll show it to you right now. If we go here, you can see that he has 3 courses, or really 4, but yeah, this was changed to a more new version thingy. I know. But yeah, this is like for total beginners. If we go look down here, you learn this stuff: fundamentals, game control, code and visuals, intermediate concepts, and design patterns and debugging. Then he also has this mastery course from 0 to 5 years experience. I actually did like half of this, no, like 2/3, and I really liked it. So yeah, as you can see, you learn like where is it? Okay, he doesn't have any list here, but you learn like 2D games, controller. Then you'll also learn like local multiplayer and stuff like that. Really cool. And then this advanced course. This is yeah. I'll get to like in parallel, I'm working on this project at the same time. I'm working on like this advanced course he has. So yeah, you know, some days I work on this project, sometimes I work on this. You probably get what I mean. But here, if you want to learn like architecture, planning, quest systems, progression, inventory and stuff, NPC, crafting, you know, this is probably for you, but I'd recommend doing this before. Of course, these courses, they cost a bit of money, but if you have the money too, I'd buy this full path bundle and you'd get all of these courses for the price of just one course. So yeah, I really recommend these courses. Yeah, I don't know really what to say. Yeah, also you can request more content to be added to this course in particular, because I believe this is the this is the one he is working on right now, actively putting out tutorials. Yeah, I really recommend it. You can see these reviews from like AT&T and Monster VR and this company. They like really recommend it. So yeah, I'll leave a link to this down below, and if you have the money, I really would encourage you to buy his courses. Then last of all, I'm going to talk about a new series I'm planning, and I don't know really what I should call it. You can leave your suggestions down in the comments, but I'm planning on like doing a tutorial series from beginner to intermediate, like where I cover like in 5 or 10 minutes I cover like basic movement, or like basically anything, animation, trees, 2D movement, 3D movement, collisions, how to edit the Unity terrains. Yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. So you can submit names for the series down in the comments, and also you can tell me in the comments what you'd like to see in that tutorial series. That'd be really appreciated. But I believe that's all for today. I don't have anything else to tell you, and I really hope you'll subscribe and also like this video. It helped me a ton, and I hope you'll follow along on my journey making this survival game. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.